hello. We're just getting started here a sec. Sorry, it's a little bit later than I planned. I wanted to get on at 7, but I missed that mark. However, I do have some exciting news. Today I was developing a game for the stream, which I was hoping might be ready for today, but it's not. So, I think we might have our first play of it tomorrow around this time. Yeah, I was sort of popping it together. Anyway, how are you? Sorry, there's me talking about me. How are you? Also, just putting go live. Note, it's Isaac. Different things. Yeah, it's a game. So at the moment, its working title is Hot Seat, and I'll explain it to when the stream gets going. That'll be what we'll talk about today, and I think it'll be very exciting. It's a lot of fun. I think it's gonna hit the right audience here. So it's a little bit fun. It's a little bit techie, so I'll get the chance to talk about technical things with you guys. It's gonna throw me questions, okay? And now I don't know exactly what these questions are. I know the general themes of them, but there's thousands of question codes that have been banked in. I did use a little bit of AI magic to help me assemble it. Now, these games will ask me anything from quite basic to quite technical questions, but also they're going to ask me quite naughty questions as well. So the way it works, in fact, I tell you what, I'm just going to set up my trackers a second and we'll get the show going. Because there's an exciting layer in it as well, which I think is going to be quite fun for people. Blue says, I'm very, very excited about it. I think it's going to add a little bit of a cheeky infusion to the otherwise, technical side of our conversations. And we just, stand up and do the old, thingy. Spicy noodles! Are they buldak noodles from Korea? Because I've had buldak noodles before. Oh, very nice. Well, maybe I have to go adjust the vertical offset a sec, guys. So, oh gosh, what am I wearing? Oh, these are quite small pants. I'm not sure I can get away with that on a stream. I get away with that, I'm covered. I like the top though, that's the problem. I don't really have much that goes with the top. So, bear with me. Just gonna calibrate a sec, so here we go, we'll reset. And main to calibration, let's go. Assume the pose. I think lastly, calibrates for application, there we go. Oh, that's lovely, look. Oh, very nice. Very, very nice. I think we're ready to go, guys. Let me just drag the chat window somewhere appropriate, and we'll get the show on the road. So, you could about half an hour with me today, which I know isn't much. As I get into more of a cadence of, oh yeah, actually that's the thing. Have a little look at the things that are coming up on the stream, with the secret missions. Down the bottom right, you'll see them appear throughout the stream, and they're just telling you guys to do things if you're up for it, of course. It's again, I'm trying to bring in just a bit of fun. So as we explore different things together, you guys can do things that, I quite like the clips feature. Yeah, truth be told, it's a lot of fun. I've seen a few people have used it on, did they use it? They misuse it? Oh, no, not for me to say, but I thought it was really funny that they did it. I thought, we're gonna try and encourage you guys to sort of, as I'm doing these streams, just take build clips. If I have an oops moment, or I do something funny or silly, or I say something, by all means feel free to clip. And if you've never clicked it on before, it's just a case of, you can do it on, definitely Twitch, and Kick. There's a little button. Anyway, I'm kind of blowing away the entire stream content here, so let's just flick through and hope this works. Yay. Okay, here we go. Hello. I'm in the dance studio again, lo and behold. But how, those noodles, did you put your own vegetables in them? Do you add extra spice to it? Because sometimes I add extra spice. I do, I like my noodles, like, flamey hot. I know it sounds really bad, but like, that's not fair. There's something about, chili. And I find that if it's very, very strong, I get, I don't know if I think I can say this on stream because this is a legitimate thing. I think I get a bit of a high, from eating chili burn. It's, you go through that sort of like, oh boy, as it builds, you're like, I don't know if I can take any more of this, and then it sort of levels out, right? And then you're sort of at that plateau where you're like starting to break a little sweat, and you feel good, you got that sort of buzz going on, and then it sort of doesn't go away, and then you accidentally wipe your eye, and then you're like, oh my goodness. I do love the space. Truth be told, I bought this because, and I modified it because it was a nice, simple world that loads up quick. It's not too rough at the intensive. Speaking of which, actually, I have got some stutter on my machine right now. What could that be? But what I could do, I could oh, yeah, okay. So I can actually show you a preview of the game. No, actually, I'm not going to do that. Where I left it, it's not quite operational, so if I span it up, it'll just fall over in a heap, but it's been running lovely. It's got sound effects and everything in it. I've sort of, I've built in a lot of features into this game, and it's, okay, let's start talking through it. So what I'm gonna do, yeah, let's go here. I'm actually gonna sit on a beanbag today. Yeah. A real life beanbag. And careful not to flash you a sec. There we go. Oh, because this is a lovely top, but unfortunately there's not much to the bottom, and it's very yeah. Oh, I'm just gonna get comfy a sec on my side. So perfect. Okay, let's just turn that there. Perfect. So this game is an interesting one. Like I say, it's called Hot Seat. So I decide a number of rounds. I'm going to build more into it as well. It's going to be developed further to keep it interesting and varied. So you have to get through 10 rounds, okay? I say you, sorry. I have to get through 10 rounds. I'm still working on how I can do audience participation. I want to build in something, right? So like it can run an external website or something that will allow people to just anonymously go in and click buttons. So if there's any kind of poll as to maybe thank you. So it's going to ask me questions. So first of all, we'll spin, okay? And it'll spin past, I think I've got 4 categories on there. I've got technology, I've got food, I've got, philosophy. I want to put funny in there as well. I want another category for philosophy. And it's going to ask me questions. Now, I've got to sort of play the game a bit on this one because it's not multiple choice. I basically have to choose whether or not I'm going to answer the question. And if I answer the question, I've got 2 minutes to answer it. And then we move on to the next question. Now, here's the trick. Some of these questions are a bit, like, technical, like, way over my head. And some of them, guys, some of these questions are downright a bit too rude and dirty, and I won't be able to answer them on stream, or I'll choose not to because it's, there's private things shouldn't be private, right? But I'll do my best to keep it interesting, but there's a threshold, right? There's a line I won't cross, and I've told it to really challenge me. So if I won't answer the question, what happens is I have to basically hit the pause button. So if I don't know the answer, and I'll be honest about it, right? If it's like a technical question that's way over my head, I'll hit pass. If I have a go, right? Yeah, if I have a go, I kind of won't count that because, I may think that I can work out the answer, but I don't know. It's complicated. I'm still working this out. Because I don't have like a bank of answers and they're only questions at the moment. So here's it. If I hit the forfeit or skip button, guys, if I don't want to answer a question or I can't, we go into the forfeit round. Now this is where it gets very, very juicy. So, what'll happen is it'll first of all spin a coin, and it'll be heads or tails. And if I get heads, then we'll get to go on to the next question. We survive. But if we get tails, what will happen is it'll spin a wheel for a category of forfeit that I have to perform. This is where it gets quite juicy. There's 3 categories. I know this is a lot of rules, but this is how my brain works. I had to structure it this way. Just builds the suspense, and it's great for sort of streaming as well, I think, because you need it to sort of be a little paced and a little bit more interesting. So you spin the forfeit wheel if you get tails on the coin, and there's 3 categories of forfeit. There's mild, and then there's like new normal, I think it might be called hard, and then there's insanity, which is yeah, you don't want to land on insanity. It makes a little laugh noise if you do. So inside each of these categories, there's a whole caboodle of forfeits. And, you know, hey, they could be stupid things. Like in the mild category, it might be, I don't know, something silly like, admit something, or stand on one leg for 20 seconds or something. It might be something really, like, remedial like that. Or it might be like, you know, sit on your hand for 1 turn or 2 turns. That's another possibility. But if you go hard and extreme, they can get quite interesting. Like the AI that I used to generate these, I did have to tell off on certain occasions because there's certain things that I will not do on stream, and I've had to keep it very, very not PG-13, but within the rules, shall we say. So I'm not breaking any rules with any of these dares. But they are certainly gonna push it quite to the line, so it should be interesting. I've still got to work out how I'm actually gonna pull off some of these dares, but I've basically got them all generated based upon, you know, here I am, I'm in VR, I've got to do things that either you could just see, or I've got to do in real life that you're just gonna have to trust me that I'm doing. I haven't seen the list, this is the thing, right? As I've stepped through it, I've seen some things because I've had to test it. And it served me some answers. And as I've seen these answers, I've been a bit like, oof, no, you need to get rid of anything that sort of blows my privacy. That's really important to me. Like, I'm not going to be, sending people pictures of my house, for example, or whatever, or giving it my phone number. Those are absolute no-nos, so I had to tell it not to do that. Also anything that goes like too far over the line, like I said, he won't be taking photos of things and sending them to people. That is an absolute no. We're not doing that. But yeah, we're staying within the rules, but we're keeping it spicy. So it should be interesting. But I'm actually, I can feel my heart kind of pounding just thinking about it, because I don't know what's in store. I think it could be, that there's definitely a fear for the extreme category. But it's gotta be interesting, right? It's gotta be interesting. And to get to an insanity level forfeit, you've got to fail a 50-50 coin toss after passing on a question anyway. And then, you've got to spin a wheel, which I think it's a 1 in 3 chance. That would make sense. That you end up in that category. So it is quite difficult to get that level of forfeit, but I am a little concerned, shall we say, and I, as someone who certainly created the mechanics of the game, the questions have to be a surprise. I can't know what they are, otherwise I can prepare for them, that will be boring, so, yeah. Oh, bless you. But yeah, there'll be some cheeky stuff, and like I said, if you're ever not sure the sort of the rules of what I can and can't do on Kick and Twitch are, there's definitely things. There's definitely rules of conduct, even on 18+ channels. So, you know, we can get a little bit, I'm calling it cheeky, we can get a little bit cheeky, but it kind of has to stop before it crosses any lines. Cause I'm just trying to create interesting content that sort of is in some way kind of fun for people to watch without actually being downright, you know, down that path. So, And to be honest, I look around at a lot of other streamers who are incredibly successful, who are doing sort of equally cheeky things, and I think a lot of them definitely push the line a lot harder. And I know, like, there's definitely examples. Hey, Abuelo, how you doing? So Abuelo is up for the challenge. So Abuelo, I've got a challenge, a secret mission for Kick users. So I found out today, that you can upload custom avatars, custom emotes onto Kick. So one of my secret missions for you, Abuelo, and even you, Golden. Oh, hello. Actually, yeah, Golden, you're on Twitch, on Kick. Obviously, guys, you've got to play within the rules of the platform. Don't get yourself in trouble. But I've basically put, if you look at the bottom right of the screen, there's little things flashing up, okay? And one of them is a secret mission. Actually, two of them are secret missions for Kick users. You want to see me on all fours? Bless you, Abuelo. I don't think I'll be doing that just now. But I may do little dances in time, we'll see. But, yeah, no, have a little look. There's a secret mission that appears down the bottom right of the screen. Talkie visit. Hey, you're terrible, Abuelo. Yeah, and it is basically to, go and find some cheeky emotes. Cause you can upload them on Kick. I don't think you can do it on Twitch, unless you like, a Renegade channel. That's different. But on Kick, you can upload emotes. Send me your best cheeky emotes. Like I said, do it within the rules of the platform. Don't get yourself in trouble. But, right, it should be coming up in just a moment. Hi, Licklight. How you doing? See. Oh, there we go. Look at the cheeky emotes. It's down there now. So, upload your own funny cheeky emotes and maybe I'll get up and do a little dance. We'll see. No promises. And I'm not going to do it every time someone puts in a cheeky emote. But I do love a cheeky emote. They're always good. They bring a smile to my face because they totally like, you're sort of talking seriously about stuff and then you get some cheeky emotes pop up and you're like, oh, and it puts me off. It kind of wipes my brain, which is funny. So, I always quite admire that when people from Kick come along with their oh my goodness, you've got Bob Ross emotes there, Clay. That's crazy. But yeah. Good, okay. But yeah, like I said, you don't have to race to do the cheeky emotes today, because I'm kind of having to sit down. But honestly, if I'm walking around and someone posts some cheeky emotes, I might just do a little dance. We'll see. It'll just be a quick one. But I'm trying to gamify the channel a bit, and I think that could be quite funny. Like I said, I'm not doing it every time, because like you get really spammy with that, and I'm not playing that game. This is not literally just me dancing for every time someone copies and pastes something. It's gotta be a surprise. It's gotta be creative. Yeah. Alright. So yeah, it's just a short stream. So tomorrow's game, actually Golden and Abuelo and in fact Clyde as well. So I've been working on a custom game for the stream. I've just been talking to SJ and I think it's going to spice things up. So, it's an interesting one. It's a very interesting one. And I can't tell you exactly what's in it, but I know, I've got the mechanics of it pretty much sorted. I just need to look at the question banks without actually reading the question banks on. I'm using AI to interrogate the question banks. So, the way it works, sorry SJ, you're going to hear this all regurgitated again, but this is for the guys who've just joined. So the way it's going to work is I have to complete a set number of rounds in this game, okay? And let's say it'll be 10 or 20 or what have you. And every round, it's going to spin a wheel, okay? And that wheel's going to consist of a few categories. I'll give you an example of some of the categories. They could be technical. They could be food. Questions about food. Quite easy. And there's your talking point questions, I think. Although the technical ones are a bit more testing. They're gonna test my knowledge of a lot of concepts, and because they got AI to generate it, I've only seen a few of them just to sort of check that they're in the right sort of level. So I don't actually know what it's gonna throw at me. And then we've got a spicy category, which is where things get a little bit more cheeky, should we say. And these questions can ask me, I have 2 minutes to answer. And if I don't want to answer, or if the question I think is bang out of order, then I won't answer the question. Or if I just simply don't know, I'll have to honestly put my hands up and say I don't know. Oh, hi, Jericho. Well, we're gonna get to that. I haven't really got any prize conditions at this point, apart from just finishing it. But yes, there are consequences. So if I skip a question, if I will not answer the question, or I don't know, I have to hit the skip button. And what happens then is it flips a coin, guys. Heads or tails. Oldest trick in the book. If I get heads, I'm safe. I get to jump on to the next question. But if I get tails, I go into forfeit hell. And there's only 3 layers to forfeit hell, so quite different from Dante's Inferno. There's mild, there's normal, and there's insane. But I'll give you an example, because I only know what I asked for, and I've already had to get it to take out anything that involves any personal information. Like, there's no way in hell I'm showing you my browser history or a picture of my living room or anything like that. That is not going to happen. That's like an absolute privacy no-no in this day and age. So I've had to get it to take that out. So what we do is we then, after going to the forfeit hell, we spin the wheel. And if we end up on like mild, it could be things like it could be a time challenge where it might be like for 1 to 2 minutes or so, do something. Or it could be, for 2 or 3 rounds, do something else. So an example of a mild one might be, stand on 1 foot. Now, that's going to be quite easy for you guys to verify, because obviously I've got full body tracking on, if you guys haven't forgotten. I hope I'm not about to flash my pants here, but you can absolutely you can see my legs. I can like literally kick my legs in the air, and you guys can absolutely verify that I am doing that. So that's quite easy. And sorry, I didn't mean to flash my pants just then. Now that's mild, right? So the mediums are a little bit more saucy. And again, I can't really give you an example of the medium because it's not come up yet on the few tests that I've done of it. But I think it's gonna be something like maybe getting a yoga pose on the floor for, I don't know, 60 seconds. Or something like that, right? So it's a bit more of a challenge to it. A bit more of an awkwardness to it. And you get some warm-up time and some warm-down time when it does give me a time challenge. And then honestly, for the hardcore stuff, you're gonna have to wait. But I will tell you that the hardcore stuff, I've absolutely fed in all the terms and conditions of Twitch and Kick and all the other platforms and said you cannot contravene any of these rules. You can find creative ways to do stuff to really push the limit, but it cannot break those rules or really do anything that could get me sort of cancelled from the platforms. So, yeah. So whether it's sort of sitting on my left hand for 3 turns, right? Or whether it's, doing star jumps for 20 seconds. You'll see. You'll see. And I'm very, very excited. It should be ready for tomorrow, guys. How's my day yesterday? My day was, oh, bless you. So my day was lovely, thank you. I went to work and then I finished work and I went to the supermarket and got some dinner. And worked on this game for like 2 hours solid. It's not in a state where I can preview it at the moment. I say if I can't get it up and running for tomorrow's stream, it might be like Friday or something like that. I've got a few things on this week, but it's certainly looking incredibly saucy. And like I say, I've glimpsed at some of the forfeits. There's hundreds and hundreds of questions in there, and forfeits. And while I know the general gauge of stuff, and I've definitely set limits on how weird it can get, it certainly is geared towards doing these in VR. Now, there might be certain things that, for example, you can't see me doing them. You might have to just trust them to in real life. But yeah, it should get interesting. But like I said, nothing that breaks any rules. That's so important. I'm an absolute stickler for rules, as anyone who knows me knows. But it's enough to keep it incredibly interesting, and I can't wait to show you guys. I think it's going to be such a great way to sort of breathe a little bit of zest into the stream, I guess. Yeah. Anyway, how are you not? Let's have a little round. Yeah, should be good. I do have other plans as well, but as usual, I have to keep everything under wraps, and I will not reveal anything until I'm close to doing it. But, yeah. I hope this activity will be fun. I'm going to be working on other activities in this sort of vein, and I'll tell you something else as well. The reason why I'm doing this, full of pizza, oh goodness me. The reason why I'm doing this is because as I'm working on the components for the new Lotus, I need to get my head into the space. I need to work out how to crank innovative, fun, unique games that other people just aren't doing. Because, like, without going too far down this road, I've had this rant a lot of times. Every time I've visited different places, it's always the same things being done just in different people's worlds. And I'm like, no discredit to anyone, but, as I've said for years, if I walk into another bar and it's got a beer pong table in there, God help me, it's just the same patterns repeating, so I want to kind of go not just one step further, I want to go 100 steps further, I want to go so far in the distance that nobody can help to catch me up, because I think that's where the ideas will lift off. And, yeah, it's cool, it brings people fun, but I don't want to, like, do silly manual games, because I think, I want to do games that are, like, interesting and really sort of spice things up. Yeah. But yeah. Sort of inventing games from scratch is gonna be my thing. Yeah. We'll see. Could get carried away. It's a lot of work. Good. How are we doing for time, guys? Oh my goodness. It is 10 to 8. The Lotus opens in 9 minutes. That's crazy. I do have viewers this chain. And I'm very thankful for you guys. I love that you come back. And actually, you guys are actually inspiring me to do this. Because if I had no viewers, I literally wouldn't be doing any of this. Oh, look at my hand. It's going all weird with the tracking. That was funny. But no, if you guys didn't keep coming back, I literally wouldn't be doing any of this. So it does mean a lot. Thank you. And I hope to infuse you guys something back. What I would love to do is the next turn as well. Is like this game that I was talking about is very much sort of one-dimensional. So it's just even though there's a really big bank of sort of variety in it, and I think it'll be a lot of fun for you guys to watch. I do in the future want to start writing games that might allow you to interact. Like imagine this. Imagine if I extended this game. Imagine if, for example, there was a forfeit. And you guys could vote for what you wanted me to do. Now that would be crazy, right? If it just gave you like 4 options and you guys were in control of what? That would be very silly. And I'm here for it as well. I love that. Yeah. That will get down as you say. Stick with me. You guys absolutely inspire me to do better and to try harder. And I absolutely mean that. I'm not just saying that. It's such a vibe, and this is why I keep coming back. Your positive comments and your encouragement is so incredible. I've always said I never need encouragement, but I've sat to realise recently actually that I've been floating for too long, and I think, yes, a little bit of encouragement has actually helped. And thank you. You didn't have to give me it, but you did. Thank you. Oh, the batch on my headset is being, and I hope you guys can't hear that. Yeah. Wonderful. Okay. Oh yeah, did everyone see my new privacy screens yesterday that I put in? I'm gonna just quickly turn the camera upwards while I get up, because this is gonna be messy. Sometimes the motion trackers don't like it when I stand up midstream from sitting down. I'm just gonna check, oh, yeah, I seem to be all in one piece, I think. Let me just quickly recalibrate a sec. It's the transitioning from beanbag to standing, unfortunately, that tends to naff it. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to show you the privacy screens. Check it out. So, you've all seen the amazing hot tub shader that I wrote a few weeks back. I'm still super proud of that. I'm going to jump in the hot tub actually. You ready? Whoa! So you can actually see, look. And I'm probably a little overdressed for this. I mean, I'm sort of okay. My jumper's getting a bit wet, but if only this is real life, eh? But the privacy screens are definitely my favourite feature. So, stay tuned, let's do this. Ready? I'm gonna, first of all, I'm just gonna turn on a mode here, which is gonna allow me to move the camera back, okay? And then if I hit this button here, I've actually messed up these buttons, I need to do a little bit better here, so, right, ready? So there we go. So that's, if I now move the camera back that way, I think it's, yeah, that's the button. And you can see, look at those steamy privacy screens, aren't they lovely? So, what's really funny there is if I just, oh, hang on. I'm sorry, I've messed this up. So for example, I'm not going to demo this now, guys, because obviously it's not time, but I can come and sort of chat to you over here. So, you guys can kind of see through that thing a bit more. I think I need to be a bit more opaque, but this is my changing mirror now, so. Right? And actually, I can behind this without breaching any rules, I think. I can show you my butt, look. So, isn't that funny? And you guys can't see it. I am actually wearing pants, so that's not what it looked like. I genuinely actually wearing pants, look. Oh. Should I put my butt up against the glass, actually? Yeah, kinda. Definitely wearing pants. You're okay. Anywho, bit of cheeky fun. I put this in just for people who want to come in here and have a bit of fun with it. And the next visual illusion I'm going to work on, it's going to be really cool. Let me just, turn this off a sec. Yeah, the next visual illusion I work on, it's going to be incredible. So I was like walked through the thing. Yeah, you can see I'm definitely wearing pants. There's no tricks. It's going to be something inspired by a world that I know you guys came to see with. Do you remember? Do I want to give it away? I'm not sure if I want to give it away. Maybe. I'm not going to give it away. I'm going to leave you guys in suspense. But I want to make it in the next couple of days, and I'll give you guys a demo. But I'm going to say it might involve dancing silhouettes, and that's all I'm saying. That's all you're getting. That's all you're getting. So much lime skillies and sips. Bang. That's hilarious. Okay, so let me just pull this camera up a bit, because I feel like I'm sort of just a bit too tall for it. Yeah, so, really guys, I think that's the end of the stream, with 3 minutes to go now before I open the Lotus over in Horizons. Well, thank you so much for being part of this. Thank you so much for keeping me company and coming here every day and talking to me. There's been a lot. And hey, maybe tomorrow we'll have that game if I'm running. So set your times, 7 PM. I know I was 20 minutes late today. Fashionably late, darling. Fast, really late. But yeah, I'm hoping you guys can come and join me, but set your notifications while I'm still trying to get myself into the discipline and cadence. My brain is still very, very scatty and I'm not very good at keeping time. So, set your notifications and don't forget, by tomorrow, here's your homework. Get yourself on Kick. Upload some spicy emotes onto your account. You can do it. Get some spicy boat jiggling emotes. You've seen him. I know Buello, who's on the channel, he's got a load of butt wiggle emotes. So just load up a few of them. Keep them within the rules of the system. Obviously, they can be cartoons or whatever, or avatars or whatever. I don't care. But yeah, butt jiggle emojis. Upload them, post them in the chat, and I may just do a little dance for you. We'll see. I say, I'm not doing it every time. That's gonna get ridiculous. I've seen people just paste strips and strips of like, emotes. And that's it. Yeah. I'm not spelling the entire stream wiggling my butt. Like this. But we'll do a little dance. Of course. Alright. Guys, thank you so much once again. I'm gonna end the stream here. Much love to all of you, and I will see you hopefully tomorrow with a game. Take care. Oh, not that way. Sorry, there we go. You get to watch a fitness trainer for the last